2 hours for 4 different rounds, split up into 4 groups of 2, so 4 different teams. Start an idea, work on it for 90 minutes, bounce the stems for 30 minutes. At the conclusion of that, you leave the flash drive with the stems in the area, you rotate to the next spot, pick up where someone left off. So we're trading ideas, letting go, just like seeing what its producer does, you know? The theme is going to be, I'm making this up right now, Woodward Dimensional.
I'll say the fact that it's like, there's no balance to what you can actually make, you know? Because the concept of a genre is only as much as you like perceive it to be.
I'm in the 3rd studio right now, and each one of the different tracks have kind of seemed to take on their own form, not only depending on the equipment, but also depending on the room, you know, whether you're sitting on a couch, whether you're sitting in front of a mixing desk, whether you're sitting in between a couple bunk beds, kind of seems to yield different results.
I'll say, especially in this format, my favorite part about the collaboration is it's just surprising, you know, because something might start off one way in one idea and end up something completely different, you know what I mean? But it's all dope, it's all good.
I work best when I'm working, you know, with other people, and I have the opportunity to sort of bounce ideas off of people. And sort of get new insight on what I'm doing, and sort of, I always learn best when I'm trying to sort of adapt my playing, mostly an instrumentalist, when I'm trying to adapt what I'm doing to what someone else is doing.
So today was Woodward Dimensional, and I've been kind of taking that as like Woodward seems to be the like literal avenue of change in Detroit.
It ended up, from what I've heard thus far and from what we made, it ended up just sparking a lot of very vibey tracks, you know, a lot of things that have a lot of space to them, a lot of ambience, but also are sort of hitting. I think the word dimension really messed with people and sort of gave the tracks a lot of different feelings that you might not get otherwise.
Creativity tends to come from sometimes adverse situations, and this is sort of a very pleasantly adverse situation. You're forced to work with somebody you don't know, you've never met. Often, maybe they have a totally different way of working. Maybe one guy reads music, the other guy doesn't.
It's just a great opportunity to really see other people's methods and way of creating, and infusing those methods that you witness with them being right in front of you into what you do ultimately. And that expands what you do.
It's really good because you're learning a lot while you're creating. You're having fun. Like, that's the whole reason why we're here, to have fun and learn at the same time, so we can just like spread it around. So I recommend any and everybody that's a musician, vocalist, whatever, join Producer House, because I know for a fact I'm having a good time. Everybody else is upstairs. We like making heat. So I mean, there's nowhere else I'd rather be right now on a Sunday.
That's good, man. Reed is really is kind of all over the place, and I like that a lot. He's like kind of down for anything, and if he doesn't like it, he'll tell you straight up really quickly, and if he does, then he'll vibe with it.
My nigga Sardashh, and he kind of like took the lead, so it was like cool. Like, I was like, oh shit, like watching him just pick shit that I was like, he pulled out an Oberheim. I'm like, damn, dude, got all them whole ass 8-bit sounds and shit. Like, that shit was tight.
It's slightly overwhelming, like it's like the motherland in there, you know what I'm saying? Man.
It's like, I was thinking about it as like, when you're in a nice studio like this, it's like you have presets, but they're real instruments. They're just like ready to go the same way that you would use software, but it's all real and sounds so much better.
It's a great time. Just being in the studio is incredible. Getting to use these instruments, especially if you're, play live instruments like I do. This is just an amazing opportunity.
This is the best one so far, and a lot of that has been, because of our friends at Red Bull and Roland supporting this event.
Just the flow of this day just felt, it don't even fit, it just blew. I'm like, damn, this shit almost over already. So it's like, that shit is just dope.
Everybody's learning from each other, and that's the great part about it. Everybody's becoming greater human beings.